In 1985, John Hughes would write and direct a film that would go down in history as a classic, not only in the teen movie genre, but in cinema itself. Set against the backdrop of a Saturday detention, John Hughes would recruit young ingenues known as Hollywood's Brat Pack, Judd Nelson, Emilio Estevez, Ally Sheedy, Anthony Michael Hall, and Molly Ringwald to play the titular troubled teens, aka Sincerely Yours, The Breakfast Club.
Sincerely yours, The Breakfast Club.
Don't.
I loved The Breakfast Club growing up. It was one of my favorite movies. In fact, I loved The Breakfast Club so much that on our first date, me and my fiance dressed up as characters from The Breakfast Club. I was John Bender because at the time he was my favorite, and I do enjoy Judd Nelson as an actor. And she was Principal Vernon because, well, that was the only character left in our group of friends. So the fanfics will write themselves, I'm sure. The Breakfast Club is one of those movies that just transcends its own time. It stays relatable, whether you're a high school student in the 90s, early 2000s, 2010s, or even now. I feel like any young person could watch that movie and take something away from it. Now, do I think Breakfast Club could be remade? I don't know. There's a few variables that exist today that might not translate well into a Breakfast Club, a remake. The Breakfast Club is a classic because why wouldn't it be? It's just, 5 teenagers in a room connecting, And with the advances in technology in the last 15 years or even the last 10 years, things in high school are different. Do I think that the Breakfast Club of 2025 would be connecting the same way that they did 40 years ago? Probably not. They would probably be making TikToks, which I'm on TikTok. I'm not going to say nothing about it. Now, I'm not wondering if The Breakfast Club should be remade. That topic gets brought up all the time. Should this movie be remade? Should this movie be remade? And the answer is usually no. But what I am wondering is the question that has been asked of cast members for decades. What happened on Monday? Did these characters stay friends? Did they trauma bond in detention, or did they just go back to being relative strangers? It's an interesting question, and it's an interesting thing to think about. What happened on Monday? These guys go to the same school. Obviously, they're going to see each other. Andrew and Molly Ringwald, they know each other. Andrew and Claire, I'm sorry. They know each other. They run in the same circles. That's one of the things you find out within the first 10 minutes of the movie. But what about the others? Does Judd Nelson know Ally Sheedy? Does Ally Sheedy know Anthony Michael Hall? What happened? Now, allegedly, there was one or more sequels planned by John Hughes. Apparently, he wanted to do a sequel 10 years down the line to see where all the characters were at that time in their lives. And I've heard from different sources that there was a planned sequel every 10 years revisiting these characters. Now, do I think that would have worked? maybe the first sequel, it would have worked. Where are these characters in their early to mid 20s? Kind of interesting, I guess. But to do it every 10 years, oh, we're going to see these guys in their 30s, in their 40s. Sure, yeah, I wonder what they're like, but do I care? Is there a story? John Hughes could write it, because that guy could write anything, and he was a genius, but, you know, I do think, though, it would be interesting if The Breakfast Club was adapted into a television show. It happened with other classic teen movies like Clueless. It didn't work out very well, but it happened. But to explore the relationships between these characters and what happened after the main movie, I think a TV show would be the best way to do that. You could see these characters maybe not staying friends, but maybe developing friendships as their time in high school goes along. We can take a look into John Bender's, destructive home life, with his parents, and maybe he runs away and then has to try to stay with Andrew Clark, or he has to stay with Big Bry and his family and kind of learn how they live, and maybe it's not as perfect as John Bender would think it is from the outside. Or, we can see Bender and Claire's relationship kind of either blossom or totally implode on itself, because let's be honest, those two aren't lasting. Hey, I'm a Bender and Allison shipper all the way. I don't judge me. But I just think that to explore these characters in the way that they should be explored and their relationships after The Breakfast Club, a TV show would be the best way. Now, would I be concerned that it would end up going in a Riverdale direction? Yes! Absolutely. It's a terrifying thought that could possibly happen. What did they do to Archie? There's shows like Euphoria on TV right now. Right now, there used to be. They're not doing that show again, are they? Please don't. That explore high schoolers in a way that high schoolers maybe shouldn't be explored. But The Breakfast Club isn't just for teenagers. It's an exploration of these characters and what they're going through and their personalities. And I think you could at least get, 30 episodes out of that, 45. Fuck it, give them 90. That's syndication. But Travis, what network would this show air on? I don't know. You could go to a streamer. It could be on Netflix. It could be on Apple TV Plus. It could be on Stars. Is that one? The CW. I have an idea. It's going to be exclusively on Yahoo Video. Now, does that still exist? I don't know. But neither does the Breakfast Club TV show. My name is Travis, and this is Wonder Nerd. Hey, do you like videos about movies, TV shows, snacks, etc.? Well, then consider subscribing to the channel, where I make videos about movies, TV shows, snacks, etc. Hey, this wasn't the video that I planned. Obviously, I kind of made this one off the hip. I didn't have notes or a script written for this, just sort of freeballing it for you. But the video that I had planned was far too detailed, and it is a holiday weekend. Sunday is Easter, and I just have a lot going on. So I figured I'd do this one where I just sort of ramble on about The Breakfast Club and how I think it would have worked as a TV show, because it is one of my favorite movies. I love The Breakfast Club. I thought I was going to be John Hughes when I was younger. I thought I was going to write these great teen-oriented scripts, and they were going to become classics, and I had an ego on me. But I hope you at least enjoy this video, and the much larger video that I had planned is coming out next. I promise that it's coming out next. Share this video with all your friends. If they like Breakfast Club, I'm sure they'll maybe like this a little. Who knows? But that is going to do it for me. Be sure to go follow my TikTok account and my other YouTube channel where I just re-upload things from my TikTok account. My name is Travis, and remember, nerds rule.